At the Cook's Cook, we love fun gadgets like the smoking gun. The smoking gun is for infusing the flavor of smoke into food or drink. The best way to do that is by having the food or drink under a dome or under some kind of cover. And I'm going to show you what we do with it and how you can have some fun with it. The smoking gun is made by Breville, and it comes with everything you see here in front of me, including 2 types of wood chips, applewood and hickory. We've also purchased additional wood chips, a 4-pack with hickory, mesquite, applewood, and cherry wood chips. The smoking gun uses just a very small amount of chips, so what comes with it will last for a while, but we want to have a good supply because we plan to use it a lot. The smoking gun works with 4 AA batteries, which we've already put in here. It's very easy to assemble, and I'm going to show you how it's done. First, we're going to attach this piece to the base. Just like that. The next thing is to attach this piece that has a very fine screen in it. And that's where we're going to be putting our aromatics. Goes like that. The smoking gun comes with extra screens. They don't need to be replaced too often, but it's nice to have a supply on hand. We're going to start with hickory chips. They're very fine, and we don't need very many of them. Just enough to barely cover the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to shake just a few in here. These are hickory chips, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. It comes with this nozzle that goes in here. Just takes a second to put in. Just slide it in. And we're just about ready to start using it. This is a dome we have that's not made by Breville. And so, to help create a tight seal on the bottom, we put it on a wet dish towel. To ignite the wood chips, I'm just going to use a lighter, but you could also use a match. You want to hold the flame to the chips. To ignite the wood chips, first you want to create a little bit of a vacuum. And so I'm going to turn this to a low setting, creates a little vacuum as the fan is running. I'm going to use a lighter, but you could also use a match, and just touch it to the surface of the wood chips. And you can use other aromatics as well. It doesn't have to be wood chips. And you can see that the dome is filling with smoke right away. Our aquafaba has been smoked for several minutes, and now we're going to taste it and see if there's a difference in the flavor. If you aren't using an airtight container, some smoke may escape into the room, so it's best to do it in a kitchen with a fan running or in a well-ventilated area. Be aware that a little bit of smoke might escape. I'm going to taste the smoked aquafaba. I'll let you know how it is. It really has a nice, strong, smoky flavor. I think what I would do with this would be to add other seasonings, other flavors to it. It would be nice to use as a base for something. The smokiness really makes a difference. We're going to smoke some beautiful scallops. They're dry packed scallops. They haven't been injected with anything. Really good quality, and they should taste great when they're smoked. You don't have to have a dome or fancy container. A Ziploc bag works really well. You just seal the bag once the food is inside, and then insert the nozzle at one end of the bag. Make sure that the seal is tight, and no smoke will escape. Just like before with applewood chips this time, we're going to turn the fan on to a low setting. Going to ignite the wood chips until they're evenly lit all the way across the surface. I'm going to pinch that opening closed like this, and you can see the bag filling with smoke. Just a little bit of smoke escapes into the room, but most of it goes into the bag with the scallops. The smoking doesn't take very long, only a minute or two, a few minutes at the most. We've smoked the scallops, and now I'm going to saute them very quickly. Really nice, quick, easy dinner. I've seared the scallops with just a little salt and pepper because I want the smoky flavor to shine through. And I'm going to taste it and tell you how smoky it tastes. It's good. I taste the smoky flavor. I used apple wood chips for this. I really like to experiment, and I will, using other types of aromatics and other types of wood chips. It's really good. Let's try something else. Now we're going to try infusing a drink with smoke. One thing that's distinctive about gin is that it often has an herbal flavor. We're going to try infusing gin with lavender flowers. First, I'm going to try it before I smoke it. Very nice. I'm going to take the lavender flowers and use them just the way I did with the wood chips. You can get lavender flowers at specialty food markets. They're not too hard to find. And there are all kinds of things that you can do with lavender flowers, actually. You can put them in shortbread. You can add them to herbe de Provence. Just like before, I'm turning on the fan first, and I'm going to ignite the flowers using a lighter. I have the dome sitting on a wet towel to help contain the smoke. The smoke smells terrific. I didn't expect it to smell like this. It actually has a very nice lavender scent, which is wonderful. It also smells like a very nice campfire. It almost has a piney kind of smell. I really like it. I wouldn't mind having this just scenting my kitchen. We don't need to smoke for very long. I'm going to turn this off now and just let it sit for a minute or two. I was having dinner at a bar recently, and I noticed that the person sitting next to me had a drink arrive that was in a big clear glass box. The bartender came over, infused the drink with smoke, and I was asking the person sitting next to me if it tasted good, and he said, "Yes, it's wonderful, why don't you have a taste?" And usually I don't share drinks with strangers, but I did take a sip, and I thought it was really terrific. I don't remember the name of the drink, and it probably was a specialty of the restaurant where I was in. But it just shows you that you can experiment, and I'm going to experiment with using all different kinds of herbs, with different kinds of wood chips and other aromatics. It's so dramatic, taking off the dome, having the smoke come out into the room. The smoke smells really good, and also it's kind of fun to see the smoke down in the glass. I really like that. I'm going to try it and see if it tastes like lavender, or it tastes like smoke, or both. I do taste a difference. It tastes a little bit like lavender, a little bit like smoke. Part of it, I think, is because of the aroma coming from it, because it smells like lavender and smoke, and smell is always a part of our experience. I haven't given it a very long time in the smoker. It really smells amazing. And I definitely taste the smokiness, and I like it. It's really good. I think a terrific use for the smoker is to bring it out at parties. I think if people want to try infusing cheeses, their drinks, or anything else with the smoking gun, it's really easy to do. I think everybody would really have a lot of fun, and probably would liven things up, especially if you're smoking the cocktails.